Hello everyone, so today I want to show you how to submit an assignment when you're working on Schoology. So one of the most important things that you got to be able to know is that whenever you get an assignment, you're supposed to follow the steps, right? So one of the first things that we're going to do here is we're going to watch the video below. So obviously you're going to play the video, and the idea here is that you would pay close attention to the video. And if you can expand it, do so. And the one thing that you want to do is that you don't want to skip. You don't want to go to the second video, for instance, or you don't want to go to step number 2. You always want to make sure that you follow one step at a time. Once you're done with the first video, the second direction is read pages 76 and 77 in your textbook. Now, every single one of you know how to do this, but here's what happens. I don't want you to just click on this. Although this oftentimes will open up another tab, if you see a link, it is a lot better to just click on a new tab and this opens it up. Now, fortunately for us here, if I click on it, it opens up another tab, which makes it very helpful because then you're not leaving this assignment. So once you go here, of course, you're going to go into your textbook, you're going to follow that part of the assignment and finish that. And when you're done with that, after the reading, you will do the next part. Now remember, in some assignments there's 2 videos, in some assignments there's 1 video. But the idea here is that you follow things one at a time. So after watching all the material, reading, and you're getting ready to submit this, submit the answer to the following 3 questions. So here's how you would do that. The idea is that you would take this, you can copy it by doing that, or Control-C or Command-C in your computer. Then you would come up to submit, click on that, then you're going to go to create, and here what you want to do is you want to paste that. Now why would you want to do that? Simple. This allows you to know what it is that you have to answer, and that means that you don't have to go back to the assignment or even close this to remember what the questions were. It's just a much faster way to do it. So, how is Hammurabi's chord system similar to the one we have today? As an example, let me do this. Hammurabi's chord system. Now, once again, here, as you're probably noticing, there is no spell check. But there is a way to check my spelling when I'm done. If I click here, this will supposedly check my spelling. And let me do that one more time. As you can see, there's really no checking for spelling. So that's why at this point what you can do, and what I oftentimes suggest, is that you open a Word document and use that. Because Word documents will immediately tell me, you see right there, that was a misspelling mistake. This right here doesn't work. And as you can see, this is a much smarter way, an efficient way for you to be able to do your work. Anyway, so I'm going to go here and say Hammurabi's chord system was similar. Now here, you notice that I'm echoing the question. Similar in that they provided rules and punishments for the people. Also, there were a system of laws that everyone was able to see. Everyone was able to see in public. That's right, because Hammurabi's laws were actually posted in a public place. And everyone, had access to the law. Now, that system, whatever it is, whether you you have already seen this lesson or not, that was a system that was obviously very similar to our own today. So here's one thing that I'm going to do. I'm going to change this color. And what that does is that will allow Mr. Lopez to see, the difference between the question and the answer. And yes, leave the question. That's okay. It's absolutely okay to leave the question. As a matter of fact, I encourage you to do so. That's actually a better way to do it. Same thing here, and here you just, once again, you start answering your question, and I assume that you're all finished. Now for the sake of this video, I'm just going to do this here, and I'm going to just, do this for the sake of the video, alright? Alright, so let's imagine now that this is my work. I'm all done. I've answered my questions. I'm ready to submit this. I will go over here. I will click copy. Now I'm going to go back to the work that I was doing. And here we go. I'm going to go back here. Now here, I'm going to paste Control V, and here it is. And that is it. That is really, really it. And now I'm going to submit my work. Now let's imagine if I wasn't finished with the work, I could have just saved that draft. And if I do, Mr. Lopez will not see the work. This is only the only person who can see this right now is you. If this is your work, you're the only one who can see this. So you have to be careful about this. I've had a lot of students who click Save Draft and think that I see the work, but I actually don't. So you're going to do this, and you're going to click Submit. And when I do this, Submit, that's it. Your work has been submitted. And you can even see it over here. Well, I would have to download that file. Let's say you have something to say to me. You could always post it here, and I will always see this. Whatever you post here, I always see. So let's say you say, thank you for, thank you, Mr. Lopez. I would like to say that, I don't know, I'm sorry for, posting this late, or whatever it is that, you may have done. Obviously, this is, an assignment that I created in order to make this tutorial, so obviously, that doesn't really matter. So I hope this tutorial was helpful, and that's how you should submit work in Schoology, and especially questions that need to be submitted. 1, by making sure you follow each direction. 2, by using Word documents in order to check your spelling and do your work the correct way. And 3, by submitting your work. Take care, everyone.